Hello, my name is Aaron Shafer. I am a speaker that's going to speak against the myth or theory of global warming. It's not a popular pick to do today. It's mostly, for most of the general public, thinks that there is global warming and that is a problem, but I am going to give data using NASA data, and I'm going to give facts of the U.S. government spending that puts holes in the theories, or at least questions the motives of global warming spending, or pushing the idea of global warming. And I'm also going to plan to show you that experts actually have came out and denounced their thought process on global warming. Some of the very founding people that came up with the idea of global warming have actually come against it. So I would like you to save your questions or comments for the end of the thing, and I appreciate you listening. According to NASA in the last 35 years states that the average temperature in Earth has risen 0.36 degrees. That's on average yearly, roughly 0.01 degrees Fahrenheit every year in the last 35 years. So it sort of proves that there's global warming, and I don't doubt that. But there is holes in the theory of global warming when you say that the average temperature actually dropped since 1998. All the rising of the temperatures went from 1990 to 1979, when NASA started the 35 years ago. The measuring 35 years ago up until 1998. Then it actually dropped off, and actually we've had temperatures dropping the last 17 years, weakening the argument that there's actually global warming. If there was constant warming and constant fossil fuels being burned and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, man-made, causing it, then you would see a steady increase in temperature, and that just hasn't happened. Actually, another argument that NASA has came out with in the last year is that global warming enthusiasts or theorists say that the polar ice caps, the northern polar ice caps, is decreasing in size and falling off into the ocean, where actually satellite images recently from NASA has shown a 43 to 63% increase in the northern polar ice cap, which sort of deadens that theory part of it too. I'd like to also say that it's important to question the motives behind global warming initiatives and the motives behind pushing the idea of global warming. The U.S. government itself spends $22 billion a year on global warming initiatives. That's actually twice the amount of money spent on protecting our borders a year. And to put it in perspective, that's right around $41,856 every minute on global warming initiatives. And according to Forbes, a columnist in Forbes magazine, and Larry Bell, that ripple effect of global warming initiative actually costs Americans $1.75 trillion every year. While I believe that the environment is super important to have and to take care of, and super important to make sure we educate ourselves on how to take care of the environment, there is a price, that we are paying for it, and we need to really start to at least question how this money is being spent for global warming initiatives and for global warming education and for the greener energy companies that are getting paid by global warming initiatives. I'd like to also state that there are some experts that have switched over their thought process and switched over to the idea that there isn't a global warming thing. And there's actually been some leaked emails from global warming scientists that state Earth is not warming. And then it says from Kevin Trenberth, he stated that we can't account for the lack of warming at this moment. And Claude Allegri, which is a founding father of the man-made global warming theory, recently renounced his position that man has made the global warming or has caused the global warming. He has actually came out and said that he had some mistakes, and he's now against the theory that men has caused global warming. There's also proof, in the article that I put on discussion board, there's proof that Al Gore and even President Obama himself has financially benefited from fueling the global warming theory. So as long as they're continuing to financially benefit from pushing the idea of global warming or the theory of global warming, then you have to question their motives and question the very idea of global warming if they're the one benefiting from their own push. It's like any good scientist will be objective and not subjective, and this is the objectiveness of this is in question. One of the questions I got in the discussion board was is it my opinion that global warming is not a problem or non-existent? And the question is, my opinion is the problem is non-existent. And that being said, I think that global warming is existent. It's just not a problem. Given that Earth's been around a billion years, or billions of years, and we've seen fluctuations in temperature throughout time. Actually, I'll be putting the link on the discussion board of a website that shows in the last 425,000 years we've had 4 ice ages, and the global temperatures that they've found in the ice in Greenland and Antarctica. They've measured the temperatures, ice that hasn't been touched in 500,000 years, and they've seen fluctuations just like the fluctuations we're seeing today. And it's pretty much a pattern. It hasn't changed. That pattern hasn't changed, and it hasn't changed because of man-made fossil fuels or man-made carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. I appreciate your time. Thank you for listening. Have a fantastic evening.